Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're going to do part 3 today, which is going to be leads. Leads are every insurance agent's best thing sometimes, but they're also our nemesis. You'll learn to love them, you'll learn to hate them. Everybody's going to have a different experience. And I can tell you for one thing, there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of sales that you're going to see out there. Everybody and their brother on Facebook is going to tell you they have the best leads, that they're exclusive, no one else has them. You need to buy these. You're going to sell millions of dollars in insurance if you buy our leads. I can tell you from experience, some of the leads that you're told are, oh, these are exclusive leads. Not so much. And I'm not going to name any names on any of these leads to tell you good or bad or any indifferent. I will tell you a couple I've actually had some success with. But you'll come across leads that'll tell you they're exclusive. And what they mean by exclusive, since you're new to insurance. So what a lead is leads are information for someone that's supposed to be interested in insurance or purchasing insurance. Most of them, not that case. So when leads were first started coming out and they started doing them from the internet, it pretty much was people that clicked on an ad per se and said, hey, I want to get some information on insurance. And the person would collect their information. That information would then be sold. So let's say you went on to, like for instance, Quote Wizard. I use Quote Wizard leads. I have a lot of luck with them. But let's say you go on Quote Wizard, you buy those leads. They're going to send you, depending upon what kind of lead you're looking for. They sell renters, they sell homeowners, they sell what they call premium homeowners, premium auto. And the difference between them all is filters. So if you get a premium auto lead, now this just with Quote Wizard. I mean, every lead vendor is going to label it what they want. But with Quote Wizard, for instance, if you get a premium auto lead, you're going to pay a little more for it. It's going to be filtered, though. The people that you're talking to supposedly have no issues on their driving record. They have 2 or 3 vehicles. They may own a home. They don't have any suspensions or revocations on their license. They have good credit. And that's where these people come from with the premium lead. Now, does that mean that you're going to buy that lead, you're going to sell it? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I've used renter leads from them, which are extremely cheap, and I've had good success selling auto insurance to it. Now, is every lead good? No, it's not. You're going to run into the fact, like I said, leads are something you're going to buy a lot of. You're going to spend a lot of money in it. Now, the difference between a P&C lead for property and casualty for auto insurance, homeowners, stuff like that, and life insurance leads is huge. So life insurance leads are notoriously expensive. And for a good reason. Most your life insurance lead vendors are selling what they call exclusive leads. Now, exclusive leads don't always mean that you're the only person receiving them. Remember, these guys got to make money, and they're going to make millions. So, generally speaking, when they say exclusive lead, it means that that lead is going out to you and at least 2 other people. So 3 people are going to get that lead. Does that mean that's the only people that's going to? There's crooks and there's criminals out there, people that buy these leads and then they resell them as if they're their own. So to give you an idea, let's say you buy a lead for $21. They might take that lead and sell it for $15. But you say, why would they sell it and take a loss? They're not taking a loss. They have no money in getting that lead. So they sell that lead for $15 to someone else online illegally. They might sell it to 5, 10, 15 people. And how do I know people are doing that? Well, one of 2 ways. One, any way people can make money off of an insurance agent, they're going to. Two, I have called leads that were supposedly exclusive leads. And I've actually had people that I've called that I've actually known that have actually, hey, you're like the 15th person I've talked to that's called me just this morning. Now, what that tells me is they're getting that lead. That same lead is going out to multiple people because they're all calling at the same time. I'm not going to name the people that do this stuff, as far as the people that notoriously lie when they sell their leads. But I will tell you about some I've had some good luck with. Quote Wizard, like I told you, I've had very good luck with them. I've got a really good sales rep. And when you deal with these lead vendors, reach out to them monthly. What kind of deals do you have? Because you can always jump ship and go somewhere else and buy your leads. So if the price goes up, go somewhere else. Plain and simple. Go somewhere else. Now, I don't want you to get scared either when you first go out and buy. Let's say your first day you go out, you buy $100 in leads, and you only get, depending upon what you're buying, you may only get 5. But you may get 20 if you're buying them for $5 a piece. Let's say you get 20. What could your expectations be out of 20? Ideally, you would say, I'm going to sell 19. It's not going to happen. Ideally, you're going to have maybe 5 people answer the phone. You're going to leave a lot of voicemails. And out of those 20 that you call, you may not sell anything that day. Remember, insurance is a long game. You see all these guys on line with life insurance. Oh, one call, one sale. Life insurance is different, people. Life insurance, generally speaking, you want to do one call, one sale, because someone else is going to be calling that person, or they may be, and when they reach out to them, they're going to have possibly the same product you do, but a different carrier, and it's going to be a little cheaper. And it's already hard enough to sell someone on life insurance. So when you have them on the phone, you want to figure out every reason why they don't want to buy, and you want to get them to buy. That's the whole reason why you're on the phone with them. So don't fall for I got to think about it. I got to do this and that, which we'll get into the sales techniques on that stuff in a later video. That'll be something cool to kind of talk about. But with property and casualty, you might call 100 leads, and you'll get in contact with 10% of them, 15% if you're lucky. But what's kind of funny is with property and casualty is these people just call you out of the blue. I've got people that I called on leads. This is November of 2025. I called people on leads back in June and had them reach out to me in October. Hey, yeah, I got that quote from you the other day. Oh, okay, let me put your name in here. Put the name in the CRM. The other day was June. Yeah. So let's see, they had June, all of June to think about it, July, August, September. 4 months later, they called me and said, yeah, I want to go with that quote. They were lucky the quote was about the same, because property and casualty quotes can change like the wind. But they were lucky. But so insurance is a long game. So I just want you to remember that, especially if you're doing property and casualty, it's a long game, people. If you can sell 15 policies in a month, and when I say 15 policies, I don't mean 15 different people. I mean, if you can sell a home, a car, and a boat, that's 3. 15 policies. You're doing something. You really are. Now, the people that are in the larger markets, that let's say you're in New York City, you're in Philadelphia, you're in those markets, you're probably going to laugh. 15, that's nothing. I do this and that. You probably do, because you have referrals. You've been doing it for a long time. Referrals, people. Referrals, you're going to hear that forever. Being new to the system, you're going to hear referrals. Well, how do I get referrals? Best way to get referrals is be honest with people. Connect with them. Be a person. They're a person. Remember that. Don't look at them as, hey, you're an object. I just need your money. Give me your pocket. Give me your wallet out of your pocket. Any agent that acts like that, they might make the sale that day, but they're not going to keep it, and they're definitely not going to get a referral. You want the referral. Be the nice guy, be their neighbor. You know, be someone, be a friend, be someone they look up to. And explain the insurance to them. Go through and explain it to them. That's going to be in one of the next videos is, you know, things to explain that other agents don't, things to do that other agents don't do. But sticking to the subject of leads, people, I ramble on, so that's why the videos are as long like they are. But listen to me, you know, I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned so far. And the veterans that are out there, oh yeah, you're a newbie. You're right, I am a newbie, but you know what? I'm sharing what I've learned so far, and I'm being honest about it. So, and it costs you nothing to watch this video. So, take it as a grain of salt. But anyways, when it comes to leads, Quote Wizard, great leads. You're going to hear this guy's name out there all the time, Cody Askins. That guy does awesome training on YouTube, guys. He really does. When I wanted to get into insurance, Cody Askins, Peter Roberts, David Dufert, those guys put out great videos. Watch them. Watch them. They're great salesmen. You can learn from them. I know David Dufert hires for his program a lot, and there's a lot of good responses from people, you know. Do people have bad experiences? Yeah. People have bad experiences with everything in this world. So look at the positive ones and figure out, why did they have a positive experience? Why did this guy have a negative experience? I can tell you with Cody Askins leads, I've bought them. They are a little more on the pricier side compared to others. But I will tell you this. When he tells you that when you call that number, it's going to ring and the person that lives there is going to be the person whose name is on that lead, he's correct. When he tells you that, you know, hey, we're going to ask them what their favorite color is, their favorite sport is. Every person I've called, that's their favorite color. That's their favorite sport. So, I mean, and a lot of people are copying off of him. He does offer some great leads. He offers some great lead programs. So check him out. Check out his videos, guys. You can learn some stuff. The guy does remarkable when it comes to sales techniques. Remarkable. There's a bunch of people out there that you can watch. Like I said, you know, it's not a small world, especially now on YouTube with everybody out there making videos. I mean, heck, I'm making videos. But one thing I noticed getting into it is there was a lot of the old timers just explaining, you know, they've been there for years. But there was nobody just coming from the fact of being, hey, I'm a new guy out there stomping the ground. This is what I'm experiencing. And that's why I did this. Now, the other thing you're going to see out there so before I go to the next step, let me just finish what I was getting at. So the top ones that I've used, and I can speak of that were actually good leads. Lead Elevate. Look into them. Quote Wizard, Hometown Quotes. Cody's got good leads, like I said, Cody Askins. Have I used aged leads? I have. Did I have success with them? You get what you pay for, people. That's all I'm going to say. You get what you pay for. When something is advertised for 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, you get what you pay for. Can you just pick up the phone book and call people randomly? I would say no, don't do that. Can you drum up business cold calling them? Yes. Can you cold call? Yes, you can cold call them. Don't text them, but you can cold call them. But I think that you're going to spend better time spending the money on getting the better leads, taking the time and actually calling your leads. That's the number one thing people don't do. Call your leads. Just because the lead is compliant and may say you can text them, call your leads. It's plain and simple. Pick up the phone and call. I'll go through the program of what I do in another video, but in general, if you're going to get leads, call them. Now, lead generating, all these things you see out there, we use AI, we generate leads, we do this for you, we do that for you. People, I made the mistake and I spent $2,000 and invested in this thing that was going to provide me AI bots, and they were going to call my leads and they were going to do all this stuff for me. Failure. Complete failure. Not only that, but it pissed people off to the point to where I had people that were sending me emails wanting to file cease and desist letters. Yeah, that's how bad it was. Like I said, the insurance industry, everyone knows you're selling insurance. They want to tell you, just like doing a YouTube channel. Everybody wants to, oh, we can get you views, we can get you subscribers, we can get you this, this, and this. Just pay this money here. Everybody wants your money, people. Look, 10 years ago, people weren't using AI bots and they were making sales. The guys that are out there now that are doing millions of dollars a year, I highly doubt that they got where they're at using AI bots. I mean, people, pick up the phone, call your leads. You're going to get sick of hearing that from me, but call your leads. But lead generation as a whole, can you do it on your own? If you're good with Facebook ads, if you're good with Google ads, yes, you can run lead ads and you can possibly get leads and make them just like these lead vendors do. But you need to remember something. These people that are lead vendors that are doing that, if you're that good at creating leads and making leads, become a lead vendor. Don't become an insurance agent. I mean, seriously. Because it takes time. It takes, there's algorithms. There's everything else. I mean, Facebook is good sometimes. Facebook is bad sometimes. The market changes. People click on things. People sometimes don't click on things. I can tell you, I've spent the money. I spent $500 one area, $500 the next area, $200 here, $1,000 there. Sending it to people that, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to create these ads. You're going to get all these leads. No. Easiest way to do it, people. There's companies out there. That's all they specialize in. Call those companies. They've been around for a while. Buy some leads from them. Every time you make a sale, ask for a referral. Send them a business card. Send them a refrigerator magnet. Send them a sticker. Something with your name on it that they look at and go, oh, this guy can help you. Send them a Christmas card. That's the whole thing. If you can get a generic lead like that, you're doing something. Do your Facebook page. Talk about stuff other than insurance on your Facebook page. Do a website. Connect all that together, people. Get involved in your community. Sponsor a sports team. Do something like that. That's going to get you the best leads. Talking to people at church. Talking to people at a Boy Scout meeting. That's going to get you the best leads. That's a generic lead, people. Anybody that you talk to in person, face to face, and they say, yeah, I want to get a quote. That's a lead. That's a damn good lead. And your probability of selling that is, if you come in cheaper than what they have now, you're going to have a sale. Almost guaranteed. Versus having to call someone on the phone that, number one, doesn't know who you are. Number two, doesn't know where you are. And number three, nowadays, doesn't trust that you are who you say you are. So, I mean, that's my feelings on that. So you have three options. Like I said, one, you can buy leads. Two, you can generate your own. Whether it's organic, whether it's through whoever. Three, you can cold call. Like I said, there's ways to do it, and we'll go through how to properly, go through your leads, how to properly call them, what you should say, whether you need a script, whether you don't need a script, all that type of stuff, and kind of go from there. Now, for you guys that are doing ACA, T65 leads are good leads. The company runs a great deal. They, do a map in the area where you're going. You can click on that. You can buy so many of them in that area. I know numerous agents. I haven't bought them myself, but I've been there and I've watched a friend of mine that sells insurance, buy them from them and use them. And he's had a really good experience with them. Really, really good experience. As far as some of the other ones that are out there, I haven't had experience with them. Have I had some that I've had bad experiences with? Yes, I have. I wish it was legal for me to throw them under the bus. I totally do. But I can't. But I will tell you this, that the ones that are out there, look for people's responses on them. Go on Reddit, guys. There's a lot of stuff on Reddit that you can read from people's true experiences. And remember, don't look for one guy that's having a bad experience, because it could just be the area he's in. Look at a bunch of them, and the people that are having a positive experience. Ask them what area they're calling from. They might be in Dallas, Texas, and you may be in Bangor, Maine. Two totally different areas. And you got to look at that. You really have to look at that. I would say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. You buy some Quote Wizard leads this week. Maybe next week you buy some hometown leads. Maybe the following week you go with someone else. Try them out. When you find some that really work for you, stick with them and go gun-ho. Now, I will tell you this. Leads, the way they're bought and the way they're generated nowadays, you can buy leads from, let's say, one vendor. Well, they're buying their leads from someone else. Generally speaking, the lead people that are generating these leads, they're not selling them on their own. Cody Askins is the only one that I've seen out there that does that. Generates his own leads and sells his own leads. And that's why he gets a lot of positive feedback on them. Because they're, generally speaking, you get what you pay for, and you pay for good quality leads, you get good quality leads. His are generated by him. Now, some of the other ones that are out there are not. The other ones out there, they don't generate their leads. They do what they call an auction system. So they might come on board and they might say, hey, we've got, give us 10,000 leads from Wisconsin. Okay, yeah, we'll give it how much, let's see, we're gonna pay $1 a piece for them, give us 10,000 of them. Well, someone else that's buying from that same vendor might say, I'll give you $2 for each one of them. So they're gonna sell those leads to that place. So one week you might get leads that they bought from one vendor. One week you might get leads they bought from another vendor. And you don't know which vendor they're coming from, but you can daggone sure tell what quality is, because I've seen it myself. I've had some weeks, 90% of the leads I call, they're perfect. They're beautiful. The people, everything they got on information about them is perfect. I don't have any bad numbers, anything else. The next week, 50% of them I call are bad numbers. Now, the other thing is return policies, people. When you look at buying leads, what kind of return policy do they have? What percentage will they allow you to return regardless of what's wrong with the lead? You need to look into that. Quote Wizard has a good return policy. Some of the other ones do too. Cody Askins stands by his leads, has a good return policy. It's in writing. You need to make sure of that. You need to make sure that if they tell you that you have a junk lead, you can return it. Or that, hey, you're calling for Susie and Bert's answering the phone and doesn't know who Susie is. You need to make sure that you can return that lead for that. That's your money, people. Remember that. You say, oh, it's only $10. Okay, well, if you're buying $20,000 in leads a month, which if you're selling life insurance, you might be very easily, $10 adds up, people. And if you're buying 100 leads a week, guess what? If each one of those leads is, I'm not saying you're going to buy 100 leads and spend $10 a piece for them, but if you are, let's say you got 25% of your leads that are junk. Do you want to throw away $250? I mean, seriously, if you want to throw it away, I'll send you a Cash App and you can send it to me. I'll be glad to take it and buy leads for myself. But, people, don't do that. You know what I mean? Know what the return policy is. First question I ask when I call a new lead vendor, number one, are you generating these leads yourself, or is this like an auction style bid, you're getting them from someone else? They'll tell you. Hey, what percentage of leads do you allow me to return for just any reason? They'll tell you if they do or if they don't. How many leads do I have to buy from you to keep this price? Because they're going to give you a good price when you come in the door. They want to keep your business. Some of them are going to tell you, we're going to give you 50% off your leads for the first 30 days. Okay, that's great. What's my price going to be after the first 30 days? They tell you and it's going to be too high, I'd still buy the leads for the first 30 days, get a deal on them. But if they're junk, don't buy any more. If they're good, is it worth you paying double the amount? And if not, Converse with the people you're buying them from. Look, man, how many do I have to buy? What volume do I have to buy in a month to get a discount on the price? Tell me. And see, if it doesn't work for you, go somewhere else. There's more lead vendors than you know. Are there any total scammers out there? Yes, there are. I have run into one. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to go there with the name. I will tell you they're based out of Pennsylvania. That's all I'm going to tell you. But absolutely horrible guys. Absolutely horrible. I'm going to sell you 300 leads for $100. I should have known there it was a joke. Life insurance leads is a joke. I was told it was going to take 3 months to get the leads, guys. I bought these leads the end of May. It's November. I've received 17 leads. Now, I've come to the conclusion, maybe he's waiting for the other 283 people to turn 21 years old. I don't know. So he can send me their info. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's hard for him to find people's information and send it to me. But I do know this. I will never say their name on my site or on my channel. Why? Not only because of legalities, just because it's not worth it. Why should I give them publication? Why should I give them time? People that I've had great experiences with, I'm going to say their name. I'm going to tell you, hey, check these people out. Check their Facebook page out. Check their YouTube pages out. Do business with them. Like I said, Quote Wizard's never done me wrong. Hometown Quotes, I haven't used a bunch of their leads, but I've used some of them and they're good. Zip Quotes, I've used some of their leads too. They're good. Cody Askins, though, I've used his leads a lot. When I was selling insurance for trying to do life insurance, and then I realized I didn't really want to do life insurance. Why? Number one, I didn't have the money to put out to buy the leads for life insurance on my own. So, PNC worked out for me. It's a niche I like. I love selling car insurance and boat insurance, RVs, ATVs, snowmobiles. I love doing that. And that's where I'm at. That's where I like to stick at. Will I get into doing more life insurance in the future? Of course. As I grow my book of business and I have more money to spend, I will do it. But check out Cody's site, guys. Go on David Duford's site. Listen to him. Watch their videos. Peter Roberts. Go check his stuff out. Great guys. So, guys, I think what we're going to do is end this video because it's rather long. But the next video we're going to do, I think we're going to talk about getting started, getting behind the wheel. It's going to be an interesting one, how I start my days, what I do during the day. And we'll go on, we'll cover that stuff. But until then, guys, you guys take it easy. Don't give up. Please like, subscribe, thumbs up. If you like the video, everyone you know in insurance, share it with them so they'll come out and watch me. Even if they've been selling for years, just have them watch my videos so I can get the people watching my videos and kind of grow this channel. Check out my RT Repairs, guys. Go on RT Repairs. You'll see in the picture, it'll be a picture of like a red Honda motor. Click on that motor for RT Repairs. Watch my other channel. Even if you don't like cars, watch it. I made this stuff 4 or 5 years ago. It's hilarious, some of it is. And you can check out the other side of what I like doing. Till then, guys, you take it easy and we'll see you on the other side.